Welcome to my drumming video for this time. It's going to be a little bit of a, an instructional kind of video. My feet got a little bit of frostbite because I was really smart and did a run in the middle of winter with shoes that aren't very thick and was out for too long. So using the kick drum and hi-hat is a little bit harder than it should be, and I don't want to cause more problems for my feet. So this week I'm going to be going over a pattern that I learned way back, probably when I first started drumming. And I've probably haven't worked on it as much as I should have over the years, but it's essentially a 16th note pattern with floating or changing accents as you play it. So the starting pattern is bars of 4/4 time with 16th notes, and you basically alternate which notes, which count the accent falls on. So for example, the first bar of this whole pattern, it's going to be 4 groupings of 16th notes, with the accent on just the first beat of each grouping. So the first group will sound like this. Pretty simple. And for the next 3 groupings, it's going to be alternating through each of the beats in a single grouping of 4 notes. So the next round will be on the 1E, so the accent will be on the second beat of each 4. So that's going to sound like this. And if we do it with the counts, it sounds like this. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. So third one, same way. It's on the and. So the third note of each grouping. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. And the fourth one is going to be on the ah of each grouping. 1E and ah, 2E and ah, 3E and ah, 4E and ah. From there, it goes straight into accenting the first 2 beats of each group. So this would be the 1E of each group, and that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now it's going to shift to the next one. So we've done 1E. Now we're going to do E and that sounds like this. On and ah. We did and ah, and now it is going to be ah 1, starting on the ah. So that sounds like 1 E, ah 2, ah 3, ah 4, ah. And that next beat is going to be the start of the next pattern. So we're going to be on the 1 and the and of each beat. So that sounds like. Then we move on to the opposite hand. So it is on the E and the ah of each grouping. So we go. And that's it. So the pattern is fairly straightforward, and I'll include a little PDF of it in the description below. When I'm practicing it, I typically will break it down where I'll start really slow. I'll start at about 60 beats per minute. So I start with 4 groupings of each accent type and work my way through, and you play it all together. So you go from one into the next, into the next, into the next, into the next. And then when I've got, I've done 60 beats per minute, I've got with 4, I go to 3, and then I go to 2, and then I go to 1, and then I bump up the speed, and I start again at 4, 3, 2, 1, and it just goes from there. So I'm going to play it at 60 beats per minute. All right, so I've configured it so the metronome now plays through the submix that runs the laptop. So now you'll be able to hear the metronome in time with what I'm playing. And that's what it sounds like at 60 beats per minute. All right, so now I'm going to play it at 1 bar, or 1 section per grouping. And you'll just see how it just cycles through them really fast. And at 60, it's a little bit easier to hear when it changes. When you speed it up, it gets harder to to pick it out. So here it is with 1 bar per grouping at 60 beats per minute. All right, so I've bumped up the tempo to 100 beats per minute, and I've gone back to doing 4 groupings of each type, and then I'll go back down to 1. Typically I go 4, 3, 2, 1, but for the purposes of the video, just for length, I'm gonna keep it down to those 2. All right, so that's what it sounded like with 4. I'm gonna bump it down to 1, and we'll do the same thing. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope this was interesting. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Thanks.